Hi everybody, this is Michelle with Creative Operation, and I wanted to share with you a little project that I made using the December sewing box from Your Creative Studio. I did do a walkthrough and unboxing of the products that I got, and then this is what I came up with. So I've done a Victorian sewing box before, and I will put a link to that video as well, but this one here is a little bit different. It's kind of the same concept, but I really wanted to gear it towards the papers that came in the kit and do a different style. So I made another sewing box, and it's kind of an explosion box type box. And so let's just kind of go through and I'll show you what I did. So on the top of the box, and the lid itself is 6 1/4 wide and 6 and 1/8 inch deep, and the box itself is 6 by 6. So you can see it's a pretty good sized box. And on the top here, I used the crocheted doily that came in the package. And then I used some bits of the paper that I had cut off on some wooden spools that I had in my stash to create the little spools of thread, so to speak. And then I went through my stash and I grabbed a couple buttons, and I had these cute little scissors and this little sewing machine right here. I hope you can see that. It's really cute. This gigantic wooden button that I put some seam binding through. And then here is a little needle button. So it's not a real needle, but then I thread some purple twine through it and use that. Here are some flat back pearls that I had, and that's just kind of how I decorated the cover. The papers here came from the package, and then on the lid here, I'll kind of turn it to the side so you can see, on the lid here around the edges I used the washi tape around that, so it's on all 4 sides there. Okay, and then I use the papers on the outside of the box. So I'll kind of turn those real carefully here, and I'll show you what that looks like. And again, I did this size box because I wanted it geared towards the papers that came in the collection here. But they're just absolutely gorgeous papers. And so I wanted to use it in this fashion. So when you open up the box, I'm going to try and do this so you can see. So inside the lid, I did use the card, the thank you card that comes in the kit, and I backed it on some cardstock, and then I just made it into a pocket so I could use 3 of the journaling cards that came in the paper collection and in this box collection. So that lid is attached, and when you lay it down, here's the back of the box, and what I did here was made a simple folio, so you could put you know, like threads in here, needle books, whatever you wanted to put in there as a sewing box. This could also be, you know, obviously for a type of, you know, like a memory box or, you know, photo box too. So, you know, there's that. But that just ties simply. I did use another one of the papers from the collection to go ahead and, you know, do the front of that. So I wanted to use the papers as much as I possibly could. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get this all in camera here, and I hope you can see all that. But it has the 4 sides that fold down. Now here are gusseted pockets, and I don't have anything in them yet, but I just made a simple gusseted pocket, and again just use the papers from the collection for here. Then inside we have this diagonal box, and I did use the papers from the collection to decorate that, and then I also decorated the sides of the box with the papers from the collection. And then I had some papers left over, so I made this little folder, and it's just a very small folder, but in each pocket there are, the lists came from the box itself. We had a ginormous stack of these little checklists and things, so I just backed them on some extra cardstock and made little like journaling cards out of them. And then I did use a couple of the papers and just back them so you could use that for pictures or do some journaling on the back. So these are the same in each of the little pockets. So it's just a cute little folder. I wanted to kind of use some of the paper collection, so I wanted to see how many ways I could use it. I did use twine from my collection, but on the back here I did tie the little sewing machine charm that came in the box in the bow here, so it's just a nice little you know, bit of decoration here. And then this box is big enough. The scissors that came in this sewing box actually fit in the box. So this is a big box. This is 4x4. And again, the outer box is 6x6. And then if we move up here, this is another folder, just the same as the folder I showed you up here. And you can, again, put anything you wanted in there. So I didn't have a lot of things at this point to put in here, but I just wanted to kind of make this sewing box and show you what you could do with it. I could see, you know, paper spools of ribbon in here. I could see little patterns. You could turn this into an embroidery box if you wanted to, and then use it when you're working on your embroidery projects, your cross-stitch projects, whatever. But it could also be a really nice mending box that you could have sitting out, and it'd be nice and beautiful and decorated, and it just simply just folds up and closes like that. So again, it's a big box. It's 6x6x6, so it's huge. It will hold quite a bit of your sewing embellishments, and I just absolutely adore how this came out. The purple and the gray papers were from my collection, and I just thought that they matched the paper colors in this kit just beautifully, and so that's what I came up with for this particular box of goodies that I had got from Your Creative Studio. So I will put a link down below so you can go check out the other kits that they have in their collection and this kit, and that's what I did with it. So I think what I'll do is, I don't have a tutorial quite yet, but I might go ahead and do one here pretty soon and just kind of tell you how I put that together. But I just wanted to share with you what I did do. This is kind of like a walkthrough, and then I can actually do a tutorial on this box at a later date. So please stay tuned, and I will see you soon. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.